And we've got bananas in chat from Roman Empire the Second, and Humbly B, and Ollie95XZ, and Tipmouth Milk, and Birdie. And Game Mode says, Poop River, Crazy Tony, thank you for the banana. Corelli03, thank you for the banana. Wubsinator, thank you for the banana. Dr. Professor Pug, jeez, thank you for the 3 bananas. And Derium, thank you for the banana as well. Appreciate it, peeps. The bananas mean that we're live. Pop Ollie says, can you do a City Skyline Let's Play? You know, it's not the right time. I've said this, not the right time for me to do a Let's Play on this game, but boy oh boy, if it were, I'd really enjoy it. Oh man, the city. It looks so good. I'm super excited to get back into this, peeps. Had some ideas, and we got a plan. We got like a three-pronged plan for this stream. Prong number 1. So remember, peeps in chat, prong reminders. Clean up pollution. Try and move to green energy. Prong number 2. Get buses in the city. Prong number 3. Expand a new residential area over here. I've got plans for this area. We've got a fire over there. That's not so good, but we'll let it burn. We'll let it burn. And the trees are blinking, I've noticed. Why do the trees blink like that? It's like when you move, they just blink. They change colour. Look. Wait, what? Look at these trees. They're changing colour. I don't understand that. The trees are changing colour. City looks great, river looks bad, says Humbly B. It does, doesn't it? So, I guess we put this thing in here, right? And that was supposed to purify, I believe. Let's go see if we've got more options for the water here. We have the eco water treatment. That is the same thing, right? Yeah. So, if we just go read about it a bit more. Kind of sounds like that's the one. Like, you just need, so we could put 2 of them in here. We could use the move it tool to perhaps rotate this and have it running a little more parallel. Let's mess around with that. So if I press M for move it. Is there a rotate button? It probably is. Let's go look at the options. Ollie95 is here gifting a sub to Estellian for 6 months. Estellian, thank you as always for the help in chat, moderating, being helpful to the peeps. It's always appreciated. Ollie, thank you for being here pretty much every stream, man, and for being so generous as to gift a sub. I appreciate the support ever so much. Polly Pop Poo says, poop water time, baby. Poop water time. Ollie, Estellian, thank you again. Much appreciated. Let's go have a look at move it. Control right arrow, control left arrow. We've got to press M first. M for move it. That's just moving it that direction. Control right arrow. Any particular control? What other arrows are there? It definitely said control, didn't it? Rotate. Control plus... There's undo. I wasn't aware. I wasn't... And align heights. That's supposed to be super useful. Oh, you can do cloning. Maybe when we press M, there's more things down here. Follow terrain. Like, what happens if I turn that off and I... Okay, that's not rotating. Toggle snapping. Single selection. Marquee selection. Align heights. Copy. Bulldoze. Warning! No undo! Let's try that. Okay, that doesn't seem to work either. There's right control and left control, says Sagasai. I've tried both of them. Neither of them seem to do the trick. Perhaps if we change the key to something else, like... I don't know if it's going to show us... Yeah, it's not showing us conflicts. Let's try keypad 1, keypad 3. Okay, so press M. Grab that. No, it's literally just moving it. Even though we put that on its own key. Fascinating. So, rotating it might not be a thing. That is most disappointing. What about you? I can press a button to copy it, can't I? Copy. Right, now what if I press 1 and 3 now? Ah! Aha! Now it's gonna let me. Now it's gonna let me do some magic. Right. And I can put this pretty much anywhere, I believe. Now I would like it so that the walls touch there, but then the bit behind it looks kind of silly. I mean, I've put that there. It looks a little neater than the other side. Shame about the height thing. Maybe we can fix that. Maybe we can fix that. Wasn't it Control H was like copy the height? So if I go let's press M. Let's click on that one. So Control H, and it made it the same height as it. Wow, that's super cool. That's really, really awesome. If we click on that one and nudge it this direction, it looks even more in line now. Sweet. It looks like it has gone to the edge. It looks like that one has gone to the edge. I like that. Says Humbly B. I seem to be struggling to read basic sentences. Do you know what? The sentences are also cut off because I didn't align the chat screen correctly. Should I bake an egg? Says Paper Cat. You could bake an egg. You could fry it. You could fry an egg. I was going to say fry a cat. How did cat come into my vocab then? Very strange word to include. So we might end up needing a lot of these. Here's what I think we should do. We should bulldoze these two that we haven't put in yet. Where's going to be the best place for us to install these? Probably anywhere, but probably also close to a more cliff-like area that's straighter. So I'm looking at this spot over here. So if we remove bulldoze, click on that, select copy. Okay, and we come down. Ooh, where are you? Okay, that's not particularly helpful that you're all the way over there, but okay. Now we would like to rotate the, which isn't working. Aha, right click to rotate. Well, it might not line up very straight is the problem because of the awkwardness of the cursor. That looks like some premium placement right there. So we're going to put you here. Ha. Now will the next one... So if I press Control H and then copy, are you going to be at the same height? No, I think I have to just place them one by one. But I like this tool. This is good. This is good. Alright, so they look very neatly organised. We now need to copy the cancel. And I think what we need to do is perhaps a little bit of nudging going on here. I mean, that looks really good. So does that. That one's out a little bit. And now it's pretty much in line. So now what we're going to do is Control H. Oh, it changes it to that one. So I should click on... Why can't I deselect? Hi. Alright, we got ya. So if I do that... Ha! I'm learning, peeps! Right, so now we've got what looks like a proper setup. I would actually say it pushes out from the area too far. So if we click on... We can group select, right? But now we're doing trees. We don't want trees. I'm not sure if we want nodes. Let's just get buildings on here. Right, now can I... That's superb. That's really great. Except the heights have changed again. I'm going to move them all down. And we're going to focus on the one over here. So in order to change the height, if I remember correctly, let's get rid of that selection, single one now. When we click on another one, it changes the one we've selected. Fantastic. Okay. Now, the rotation could have been a little bit better. I would have liked it if the one over there looked more like this. But it is what it is. And it's pretty good, isn't it? It's pretty dandy. He said dandy. Oh. Sass9602 has gifted a sub to Make It Rain for 6 months in a row. Thank you ever so much for the support. Make it rain as always, buddy. Appreciate all you're doing in the chat with the moderating. Make it rain. I always feel weird not saying Wolfie. Thank you so much, man, for the support. Greatly appreciated. Let's hope that these are actually the correct buildings. And thank you, Sass, as well, for gifting the sub. Very nice thing of you to do there. Let's go throw you over there. So then we need power. We will get power from that line. Alright, so now we should see our sewage capacity goes through the roof. Yes, it does. Can we get rid of the disgustingness that's going on over here? So that's one type of disgusting. This is a little less. So we get rid of the sewage outlet, and then we try and get rid of some more of these. Sewage treatment is still good. It's still good. It's still good. It's unsurprisingly still good. Right, and it just came down a little bit, so we know that probably 4 is overkill. Ah, we got 5. All right, let's get rid of this one, and then let's get rid of the pipe that goes there. Okay, so now we're looking real good. So that's doing things the nice way. You can see there's a bit of nicer water going on there. Are peeps happy with that? Do we like it? Is it good? Martin Gay says, "Hey X, I have the problem that I can't stand my friends, their reaction to stuff that happens in the world. I try to have a more nuanced vision instead of making judgments. Any tips to handle with it?" That's a really great question to ask. I think I know what you're getting at there. Like, I prefer the reaction to stuff happening in the world where something might be like, "Oh, that's terrible or awful," or "Screw those people, screw them people, I think this, I think that," is, why don't we try and educate ourselves more and have more of a conversation than just picking a side and being on it, you know? And I believe a lot that I believe that truth itself is a bit of an elusive thing. So is reality. A lot of reality is, you know, information being fed to your head and your brain making a reality for you out of that. And so yeah, I think I understand where you're coming from. Like, it can be frustrating sometimes if you're trying to look at things a different way and be around people who don't quite have that. I would just, you know, try not to let it get to you. People are going to be different. Don't let the things like that bother you. I mean, it's probably not as worth being upset about as you might sometimes feel. And secondly, look for the opportunity to engage someone, you know? Like, if you can just get someone on your level for a second, probably not the best when you're in a group environment, but maybe one-on-one, and try and give them a little bit more of your perspective for something more nuanced and thought through. You probably find when people are one-on-one, they're going to engage with you better, and they're maybe be more receptive to what you're saying. If there's like a group shouting something, it's harder to get through to people. So maybe take that kind of approach, you know. Anyway, I hope that helps. You know, don't let it get to you. Don't make it as big a deal, because it's really not. And B, take the opportunity perhaps to try and engage someone when it's a one-on-one. Right, so what else do we need, peeps? The pumping services have fleet vacuum trucks that are sent out when there are floods. Oh right, this is like an anti-disaster thing. I love the idea of like building every single thing here, but some of them seem completely unnecessary. We'll have to see where we go with the city. Now the next thing is the water pump, I guess. So we got a water pump here. Now where do we get a water treatment plant? Don't want to pump raw sewage into bodies of water. No, we don't. Where's our next upgrade for pumping water in? So that lets excesses out. I mean, I don't know if we really need that. That kind of seems to be it, really. You need to do green energy, says the Zion. Yeah. Well, that may have been it, really. Oh, God, look at Poop River. There's less poop coming from this direction. There was one other thing that you can build, and I was looking for it and not seeing it. There's like a floating object that you can put in the middle of the river, and I don't see where it is. Oh, is that it? Floating garbage collector. Lessens water and pollution of floating building. Must be placed on water. Maybe we can move it later. Oh, is that like... Should we put it down the end here for now? To clean up all the water coming through this river. So let's plop it just about here. Let's play. I mean, is it just there doing its thing? Not operating. Operating normally. Alright, I believe it's just sitting there doing that. It's helping clean up the river. So that was one good thing. Tibmouth says, might be wrong, been ages since I last played this. Is there a first message to go with that? I think the water pumps and towers are the only water sources. Okay, So we may have to build another one of those over here. Now that we know how to do the move it mod, I think what we'll do is we'll build a battery of them. And maybe actually we'll put it on this island, because this is how we... this is our, like, everything industrial, no zoning kind of place, right? We're going to build that up a lot over time. Man, the city's so gorgeous and interesting to look at, isn't it? What's that old building? Man, that thing looks like a wreck. Can we keep the name Poop River, says Psychoside? That's like a Corrales throwback right there. The old Poop River. Right, now trash collection has incinerating. That's, you know, that's a thing. It creates pollution. We have a recycling centre. Citizens can recycle more different kinds of waste when the city has a recycling centre, making less garbage pile up. The centre produces small amounts of raw materials from the waste. So that will probably help industry. I don't know if that's a total solution. Can we replace our incinerators with recycling centres, like globally, so to speak? Either way, this is the area that we're going to build it. And I really like the initial layout. I think what we need is to extend the grid to the outside of this area. So if we grab our road tool and we come out here, yeah, we can go underneath on this side. Can we do it on the other side as well? I don't think we're really going to build too much more over there, but we can do it here and we can do it there. So question is, how do I want to lay this out? I think it might be nice not to fall straight into a regular grid. So if we go and grab this and we turn like that, it's not really finding anything actually. Oh, it's because it's going to go into a pillar. So maybe if we start here, let's come out by 2. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I think what I'm looking for is half a road. Please snap to the line that's here. Yep. Bam. Now, can I break that up by a half? I can. If we take this and go straight, now we've got a road at an angle, and that's what I think I'm looking for in this area. Don't want to go too close to this stuff, because that's the highway coming through. We should consider that the recycling trucks themselves might want to sneaky away into this area, so maybe we can make some little connections for them to get in and out. That would be kind of cool. Asuma in pink fluffy prom dresses. What are you talking about, Birdie? X, do you have your tea? Says Isaac. I do. The time has been on for 6 minutes. So oh, it's going to be... Oh, it's very nice right now. Reminder promises you made at the beginning of the stream. Promise 1, clean up pollution, convert to green energy. Promise 2, get buses in city. And reminder, there was a third one as well. It was... They were prongs, not promises. Gee. No, I'm messing with you. Yeah, there was a third one, which was to build that new area. I mean, I don't know if we'll have time to do them all. That's just my sort of goal, objective, something along those lines for this stream. Okay, so that's an interesting place to put the road. I feel like these roads up top need to have more relevance. So I think... Oh, look at this. That's disgusting. Can I just... There we go. There we go. Just raise it up a little bit more. Cool. That's made me happy. I feel like maybe we should have a connection here. So these are those types of roads. And let's bring it down as gentle as it goes. And then this is going to have... we'll have it go out on either side for now. But guess what? It's going to meet up with that. That feels a lot better. It makes this road up the top here feel a little bit more important. Also, other idea, since the ideas are rolling, I feel like we should use a smaller road for this. Go here, go there, go to this road, and then demolish those ones. And yeah, we'll leave that alone for now. So recycling centres. Let's go check these out. We've got lots of money to play with here, peeps. We're going to throw money at the city. We're going to throw the money at the city. Right, they want us to go that way. I kind of want to build them a little different. And that kind of connects super awkward, doesn't it? Let's roll that back then. So if we were to build our own connection here, to go roughly to the middle, it doesn't quite meet up with it. So I think what we'll do is we'll go back by 1. We'll put the odd bit right there in the middle. You barely notice it. We got a donation in Noise in the Ear from Ollie95XZ saying, I also appreciate you streaming, Azuma, providing me some distractions when IRL strikes. Nothing bad happened. Technically, a really good thing happened today. But now I hate myself for not pushing through on something which could have been life-changing. That sounds interesting, Ollie. I'm not sure what advice I could offer on doing, you know, air quotes, life changing stuff. I've never really ever known, apart from music, what it was that I wanted to do, right? What was my role? And then I fell into something that I adore doing, which is this. So I feel very blessed that I've managed to just somehow wander into something that works. So I'm not someone who's got the advice for that kind of stuff, other than, you know, like, if you go for stuff and turns out you don't like it, it's generally better than sitting around wondering, what if, you know, as a rule of thumb. It's generally a little better. How is that still awkward? How is that road still a bit messed up and goofy? Maybe it's snapped to it incorrectly, like, yeah, it's just, it doesn't build it right. I feel like it's snapping twice. There we go. Now we got the snap that makes more sense. Right, there we go. That's good. So back to the recycling centre. Let's make it daytime as well. Ollie, thanks so much for your donation, man. Don't beat yourself up too much. We're only human. We make mistakes. It's the thing that happens. Check industrial demand, says Tabushi. Yeah, it's going through the roof right now. I can see that. So I kind of feel like there's a couple of things I want to do here. Actually, I think I might go for a bit more of a more organic layout. But let's start off with that one, taking over that space. So I have one here. We can put another one there. That should be good for my idea. And then we'll have that. We'll put 3 of them in here for now. They're going to eat up a little bit of money, but don't worry about it. What I'd like to do to begin with, to try and make this area look a little bit more built up, and oh, I wonder if using the sandy path here might just work a little better. I think it does. I think it does. See, we get some of this sand. That sand right here is like what I want to fill up the area around here with. And I was hoping that we could do some funky monkey stuff here. It doesn't want to connect that way. I want to fill in all of that grass space, you see. Got some interesting snapping. I can't quite get the snap that I want. We'll let it be for now. Let's not get too crazy about this. Right, and then I'm hoping what we'll do is we'll drag like another road off the back here and maybe able to park a few more things like that in this area. Now, these things are going to leave the city around this way, go over there, go down. Oh, it's just going to be a very inefficient way for them to leave the city, I think. So what I'd like to see is for these vehicles to have some shortcuts to get onto those ramps. X, will you stream tomorrow, says Roman Empire II. Most likely. We'll see, though. Tidmouth says, you need road anarchy. I'm happy at the moment with what we got. This other mod, Move It, has really helped a lot, so I'm going to stick with that one for now. Speaking of which, I think what we need to do now is actually move. We need to move it, you know. Okay, now if I were to change anything here, it would be a slight curve there, slight curve there. Just opening up that space so we can have a couple of tunnels, right? We're going to have one tunnel. I think what we'll do is we'll build the roads in reverse. Or at least one of them will be. Yeah, now that's a nice connection, right? Then we're going to go underground. Now from there, we're going to have another connection. See, I kind of want them to look parallel, but that's not going to work. So you go in like that, and then you come off. I guess we can make them look kind of parallel. Like, is there enough space? Oh, there was. Right, now that one goes in the right direction. And I think what we'll do... Oh, I actually reckon these would look nicer above ground. Oh, I totally think they would look nicer above ground. Yeah, let's build them above ground. I think they're going to look nicer that way. So let's go into that space, just like we did before. We'll find that one little bit. 1, 2, 3. Maybe actually we just need a 2 to begin with. Now we've got to get this tool, and I got a noise in my ear. I'll get to that real soon. Don't you worry about it. Now that's going to be a little bit tricky. What if we go higher? It wants to build a support beam in the middle, right? No, is it the height? I think it's actually a height issue. So let's use the move it tool. Grab that. Bit of a steep off ramp. Might just want to grab that. Hi, have we got ya? Push it back a little bit. Not too far. Yeah, that's looking okay. Let's grab this. Gonna come around to the side here. I saw it go blue. That's fantastic. Can I bring it down even? No. It's very low, but it'll work. And then we want to have our big penultimate sort of curve downwards. Right. So the thing is, they're not going to roll into the street. They might turn back that way. We kind of want them to not do that, I think. Oscar Mountain has subscribed with Amazon Prime. Oscar, thank you for subscribing, man. Much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying today's stream. Thank you for using your Prime subscription on me. Humbly B says, I agree you should mention them now at Birdie. What did Birdie say? Not everyone was here. Tongue out. What's going on? What do I need to mention? That's a really nice curve, though. I think that looks cool. Problem I see here is where it's going to. Yeah, I'm gonna delete this last connection, right? And you're gonna go, Asumi, you're cray. What you doing? Let's have a tiny bit in front. Okay, that's just a tinier bit in front. Jeez. Can we get some decent snap over here? Thanks. Some decent snap? No. Right. So can I go down one more as well? One more is the grounds. Let's do it a little bit more partial then. So if I grab the move it tool, I'm looking to move that down a tiny bit, and probably go like that. I think this might need a little bit of tweaking as well. Cool. Right. Let's get out of that tool. Let's go down, bam. Kind of looks like it's not actually going to connect to the ground. No. I think I kind of goofed it up. I think what I did when I changed this thing up and down is I goofed it up. So let's go back. Let's raise it up a little bit. Let's try again. Nope, we don't want to demolish it. I'm not sure what that's doing there. Either way, we want this type of road next. You should have the road in connect at the far end, says Tibmouth. You're probably right. You're probably right. We should probably put that connection in so it's closer over here. For now, we'll put it in this area, and later on we'll probably change it. That's a smart move. So we're going to have a crossroad thing here, and then we're going to drag this road over to it, is the idea. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for. And then the other one is going to go in the other way. I still feel like this connection is going to be totally whack. Or I guess the trick is when they're coming back, you want them to go this way so that they can go past all of these things instead of having it in the middle. Then when they exit, you want it to come off at another point. So really, what that curve should do is drop down and connect somewhere around here, but it doesn't really have the space to have a nice curve, so it goes to the opposite end. So that would mean that our exit would have to squeeze through that gap, round here, down somewhere there, from around here at the end. That might be an impossible. Right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this the crazy way, right? So you will go to there. Okay, we're going to have to move some things. Let's first of all move that back a little bit. Aha, so we can put a connection there. That's what we're looking for. Right, so doesn't look very flattering, does it? We will start off with this road here, and we will change the curvature of that. That's tricky to make it look in any way nice. Let's drag you over here then. That gets a little bit of curve as well. So does this one. It's almost looking good. It's just this bottom bit here doesn't look very well curved. I think it's okay. I think it's all right. Let's make this a 2-lane here. Nice. Alright, it's a real spaghetti junction, but it's doing an important job with our industrial area. Also, Gamer Chick is here, resubscribing for 11 months in a row. Unbelievable support, Gamer Chick. One more month, and it's a whole year, which means Goldie Face in chat. Thank you ever so much for the support, it's greatly appreciated. Tibmouth says extra road building is going to drive me insane. How so? How so? I think that ended up looking pretty good. It's just the placement of these buildings. Maybe I could start again. Maybe we should have put the connections in first and done that after, right? I mean, then I could think a little bit more about how it would actually connect. What do y'all think? What's the reasoning for peeling it off in the centre of the motorway, not the edge? Nothing really, other than that's what I originally envisioned. I guess it would make more sense to do a little loop in that space, wouldn't it, right? Hey, I didn't really think about how everything was going to connect before I started doing this. I just kind of figured after, it was like, oh, wait a minute, they have to go this really awkward long way around to get out. And that doesn't make a lot of sense. Now you can see they're using these ramps. So what is it, peeps? Let's do a poll. Is it redesign or leave alone? And I believe I'm spelling this word incorrectly. Alright, there's a poll on your screen if you have the right browser, update thing, whatever. Some of you see it, some of you don't. There's a thing on your screen. Wodong says, assuming as a graduate of the freeways method of road building, these are much better built though. Thanks, Wodong. I'm not sure if that was a good or a bad thing. Let's check out our trash situation. So, garbage processing is up. What happens if we delete... delete some stuff from over here? Just a couple for now. We want to reduce the pollution. We should see that drop down. Drop down a fair bit. I think we can reliably move on to this, by the looks of it. If we were to redesign this, though, let's say we put those roads back together so they're parallel. We could use this connection, and then we could have another circular one here, which means they would sort of join around this road here. So perhaps that diagonal road doesn't have anything on it, and then we have our recycling centres in this area. That actually sounds like something I want to do. I'm going to delete the paths that we build around it as we're going to move these buildings. And I will end the poll in just a second. Polls are fun, says Humbly B. I mean, it sounds like I've already made a decision, right? That's the big problem if you're voting in the poll. Because I have. I'm going to rebuild it. Relocate building. So, I kind of want them to face that way, is the thing. Let's do that. And then let's add another road right next to it. We'll put a path alongside it. So we'll leave a gap. And then we'll put our next road here. And it will go as far as that. So, relocate. Nice. Room for the path. Relocate. Goods, goods, goods. Paths are down here. Oh, what you snapping to? You're snapping to the wrong thing. Right, let's end that poll. A lot of people voted for keep it. I'm sorry, peeps. I'm sorry, peeps. I had to do it again. But I will be quick because I know what I'm doing. The cactus monkey. No, how could you, X? Try trapping a car in a road circle by changing the road around it. Oh, Psycho Side. That's a pretty evil thing to do, you know. Pretty evil. Jeez. So we're gonna have a loop like that, and then that's pretty much almost in the same position. But I'm gonna rebuild that part of the road. While we are paused, we will start doing the moving of stuff. So I guess this needs to come back here, and then that needs to be straight. I mean, these roads might forever now look a little bit janky. That's just an unfortunate fact. I think it might be that there. It's sort of getting in the way, and then it kind of looks okay-ish. Right? Yeah, I think we did okay there. Maybe a little bit of a bulge here. Let's go grab our road tool. Slick CDR says, have missed the start of these series, so going to skip the stream until I get up to date on the series. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. It's all on the second channel for you to catch up with. I hope you enjoy the videos we've got going on over there. Right, we need you to come out here and then go back. Cool. That's probably enough to get the job done. I really like the idea of these being ramps, though, you know. And then the next thing we're going to do is going to use the Move It tool. Now, we've got... These things are really close together, which is probably not good. I'm going to rebuild this highway because what I'm going to do is drag you to about there. That thing can go... Yeah, I think that's just about right. Maybe push that down here a little bit. Have slightly less. I think I am just overthinking it now. Trying to make it look as smooth as possible. Right. 3-lane highway thing. Straight road to there. Bam. Connected. Awesome. Next connection is this one here. Let's grab the Move It tool. We are going to move you to about here. And then we're going to grab this. Right, so this was a super quick rebuild, right? Nothing to worry about. Let's grab the Move It tool. Let's drag you so you're more curved. Drag that so it's more curved. And pretty much that is it. Now, I think that looks really cool. Although maybe that one there, not so much. Let's resume the game. So that's the quick way for them to get over to the recycling centre. And I think what we'll do is destroy this road. And we'll start work on our next recycling centre. We're going to put 2 more in and try and get rid of all the incinerators in the city. Stellian says, I'd say Cities has all the features from the beginning that SimCity only now is starting to implement. I have not kept up with SimCity. If they are updating that game and trying to catch up with what's going on over here, I mean, I don't even know what they're doing, but this game's wonderful, is what I can say. Are you, I think that's actually like halfway. Yeah, see, that goes over the line we've got there a little bit. It's probably because we've built the building next to it. So let's go and demolish that, actually. This next road might be tricky, because now we're doing it in the reverse order. Like, we're building this road. And I think, actually, maybe not. Maybe it's just that. So what are you in line with? It looks like it's snapping to some other awkwardness. Okay, if we were going to build that, then we'll put it to there. Right, recycling centre. Aha, it needed to be one more. Of course it did. So again, from there to there, from there, and I went over by 1. We need to go over by 2. I think. It looks like it's gone wonky again. In which case I might just leave it alone. Alright, so recycling centre. Recycling centre. Okay, it definitely did something funky there. Oh, like raise it up a little bit too high. Let's grab the move it tool. Let's shove it downwards just a touch. Let's grab our path and put it from here to there. Alright, so now we've got a massive recycling facility going on over here. Would a raised path sort of hanging out on the outskirts of this area look any good? Can I get this to snap to something useful? That is a useful spot to start with. Let's try and go too high. Nope. 3 high. 3 high is okay, apparently. I mean, this is literally for nothing but looks, by the way, people. This serves no use. No use to us. Hi, are you going to go to that little corner right there? No, you're going to be a pain in the bum. Of course you are. Kind of looks alright, doesn't it? I mean, it sits up there and it does something. Let's give it that. Okay, and then you're going to go all the way down there. So it looks a little bit built up now. What I really need is some other props and things that you can put in that actually do a really cool job at making stuff look interesting. Alright, so massive recycling centres. Let's go get rid of the pollution from this area. We're going to delete all 3 of these. This is potentially going to have a big impact on the city over here. Now I've got a question for all of you. Have we done all that we need to do to go green? And should we put in like a city-wide policy on recycling? There is one for it somewhere. Recycling. Big part of the environmental sustainability. It also helps keep the neighbourhoods looking tidy. With small investment in recycling technology and waste containers, you can make your city neat. Slightly reduced garbage accumulation, slightly reduced tax income. I think we'll give it a try. Also, I believe that means we still need to incinerate garbage, so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens to the city from this point out. Reduce, reuse, recycle, says Roman Empire II. I like that. I like those 3 R's. They're good R's. They're good R's. Don't forget your TX. Martin, thank you, man. I'll drink some more. Zewee Pack says, no derps yet, I missed nothing. Jeez, is that all you're here for, the derping? Goodness me. Hangsner says, exit is a snap bug. There is no lines around the block when you are under it. Underwater in... What? Snapshot bug. Oh, Hangsner, that might be a video thing. Go check it in-game for yourself. It might be like a video quality issue. Okay, so, peeps in chat, what else do we have to do to go green? Have we done it all? Have we done all that we can? When it comes to power, this is already green power. Ooh, speaking of power, half the city doesn't have any. And we need to upgrade our facility here, right? Perhaps this is an opportunity to build something like a solar panel in this area. So we did geothermal. We also got the solar... What's that? Ocean thermal, wow. So, solar power plant. Now, I want that to go in this area. But I feel like it belongs with the raised up stuff. I would actually like to rebuild the roads we built here. I think that thing up top needs to stay raised up. Let's drag that out. Then go 1 and 2. Oh, no, you would do that. You would do that. Cool. Then we're going to extend this road on the diagonal for now. Okay, we're actually going to destroy that road and that. That is our recycling little unit. I like the way it connects, actually. Do you know, I kind of feel like this road here is a little bit redundant. What traffic is going to move through there? I'm not sure. Maybe we'll come back to that later if it ever becomes a problem. So perhaps what we should do is put a solar plant somewhere around here. Let's grab you at around that spot. Let's go out by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe we can come out a fair bit further. Come out to there. That don't look so good, but it doesn't matter. Because then we're going to go across in a straight line. Hopefully that was a proper straight line. Then we're going to go to our... Why is the game playing? It should be paused. Right. I kind of wanted to build that there. It needs a teeny tiny bit more, doesn't it? Let's go back to the road tool. X was so busy with the junction he didn't realise the city lost all the power, says Paper Cat. I'm not sure how long it had been like that for. Hopefully not too long, goodness me. We do have people leaving the city, but only in a tiny amount. Alright, so... let's say we come out by 1 and we go down 2 of the 4. How many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Might actually be 5. Let's go back in by 2. Let's go down 1, 2. Then we're going to go 3, like that. That seems to put it... oh, that's just not good. Okay, so then we'll go 2 again. 1, 2. Alright. Yes, now you're happy. Now we can get in solar power. Let's put 1 here. Have a gap. Put 1 there. Maybe have enough room for 3. I'm not sure. For now, we will just rebuild the ramp we built a moment ago. So with a gap of 1, we need you to go out to there, go up by 2, and then connect to the road. And that's the same steam. That looks wonderful. That actually looks wonderful. Is it connected to the grid? It is. Sweet. So we've now increased the power in the city. City got more green power, and it's it's only just enough. Maybe we do need a third one over here. Let's destroy that ramp. Is the game hard? I've played SimCity, but I thought it was pretty hard, says CMD Jojo. I think it's not this. I don't think this is a hard game, but I think maybe it depends a little bit on what sort of type of person you are. Like some of the stuff I don't know about this game to me feels easy, maybe not to a different type of player. That's one thought rolling around in my head. Otherwise, I probably would say it's generally quite easy. Let's go up by 2. That looks great. Yeah, I don't know what else I was going to say. That's it. That's all that's roaming in my head. So, for now, I think we will end these roads here. And that will be... ah, they want water, do they? They want water. I think the closest connection is probably here. Cool. Now you got water. Alright, so we've gone green. We've done one of our 3. Right, we've gone green. That was one of our 3. Who remembers what the other 2 were? Because I don't. I remember what one of them was, but I don't remember what the other is. So I want to build an urbanized area over here. And I actually wanted to experiment with small housing. I can see already that this might not look so great. Now, I don't know why all of that hasn't been zoned up, but let's do it. So what I want to find is some smaller buildings, either 3 or 2. This is probably the better place to look. So that's what a house looks like when it's 2 deep, right? I think that's a reasonable size. That's a 4 deep house. That, I'm guessing, is either a 2 or 3. I'd like to find something specifically that looks like a 3, just to have a reference point. That there looks like a 3 to me. Where else do we have this sort of zoning? Okay, that's a 3 deep. I think 2 deep is what we're going to go for. Clear up Oak Hills, says Lazarus. What's wrong with Oak Hills? Oh, this place here. Yeah, it's not looking so good, is it? I don't know what to do about this. How can we reduce the pollution there? Is there a policy we can put in place for reduced, like, pollution of some sort? Oh, we could upgrade the city for heat at some point soon. I'm really not sure what we can do here. Buses and urban area. Buses, that was the other one, the Zanny Gamer. Thanks for that. I remember the second 2 was 2 derp free, even more derps as the Cactus Monkey. Homp Troll says, nice ghetto park you got there with the crimes and death. Jeez, thanks. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We moved it away from the road. We should probably remove it because it's just a nuisance at this point, but we'll let it sit there for a little bit longer. Oh, look, the train is going through this area of the city. That's awesome. So, we are going to add a train station just about here. Where is the other train station? Did we ever build one in this area? I think we just took it up to the metro. Right, so check it out. We are going to build a like a dense suburban area, and we're going to do it with a belt. And I think the belt might just be this street. Okay, so that's going to end up being like a disconnected area from the next area that we're going to build. I am, however, going to rebuild part of this, I believe. This road is quite small. I think it might be smart to make it larger as well. There are a few connections. Let's start off with that. Let's upgrade this road to the next type. It looks like it can be done all the way across, and then it will destroy a whole bunch of stuff right there. So I'm actually gonna, I think I'm gonna change the last bit of the road. Okay, there we go. That's a much bigger road. It's this bit here. We're gonna pause the game now. Actually, gonna disconnect that, and we're going to curve it around like so. And it's gonna connect there. Yep, and then it's going to come out through here, I think. Right, so for now we're changing how that part of the city works. Next thing we're going to do with our belt is have this train track go through and across here. I think it'll have to curve, go across that space. It will come into here, and I think it will have to go down one of these. I'm not sure where it's going to go. There's a little bit of a gap here. Maybe we can sneakily skip the line through some of the middle of the buildings. That would be interesting. Not good for the people that live there, but, you know, it is what it is. We need derp, says Flame. I mean, I could fake a derp. It wouldn't be very exciting though. It'd kind of be kind of boring to fake a derp. Jeez, that just wouldn't be very good at all. Well, the other thing we could do is peel around the outside, come over here. I think it'll look nicer if we peel in this gap. And then just go over there. Alright, we have a little bit of a plan forming. So, train tracks. Suburban area. That's the next call. We're going to build the belt through the middle as well. Where are my train tracks at, man? I should click on the train one, right? That's sounds like a good idea. We've got a noise in the ear. It is Sonic Wins, resubscribing for 7 months in a row. Sonic Wins, thank you for your resubscribe, man. It's greatly appreciated. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Roman Empire there saying XVX troll. I'm not trolling anyone right now. Or maybe that means that I am, if I would say that. I'm not sure. Sonic, thank you so much for the support. Heavy Discus says, X, are you looking forward to the upcoming Ghost album? Oh, don't you know it? Don't you know I am? I love the song Rats. I've been hearing some of the other ones they've been playing live. I am hyped for their next record. I was about to say before we put in this train line. No. I've spotted something else we need to do. We can come back to it later, actually. So let's start over here. And let's go one higher than that. Okay, and now let's get the curvy tool in. You probably go to about there. Now we've got to get you across this space. That's looking good. Let's just drop you back a little bit. Right, so now we're going to crash through here. I don't think... Yeah, that's not high enough. So is one higher better? It's probably going to be about 2 higher that we need to go to. Let's get that thing like so. Hang on, that didn't actually go higher, did it? Let's get the straight one in now. Right, it doesn't like me going across that metro at 2 high. At 3 high, it's cool with it. That is a high track right there. That's craziness for us to bring it through like that. But it will look super cool. So now we can go back here, grab this, and use the Move It tool. Give us some more gradual slope. That's pretty good. This one it comes down a little bit leading up to this, so it looks a bit odd. Yeah, that's good. I'm liking it. I want to lower this a little bit more, but you can see the metro's just going to squeeze underneath it. Okay, so now we don't want to crash through too many buildings. Therefore, we're going to try and just go straight through those two. And that's just taking us into this part of the city, right? We don't know what's going to be over here, but we will leave that track there. One thing I think I can do is perhaps just take the Move It tool and do a couple of nudges downwards. So, going to grab you, take it down a little bit, going to grab you, take it down a little bit more. Just to remind me that we can do that. Cool. It looks like the Shanghai method of raised roads, says Wodong. Raised roads. You do see these in cities a lot, like tracks coming through like this. That still looks a little bit steep, that one. And it's looking great. It's looking really great here. So what we can actually start to do is lower these here. So bring you down again. Cool. And then we need that to kind of meet with that track. I actually wanted that track to be a little bit closer over to this area. We're actually going to demolish that as well. I'm going to bring that back a couple notches. I'm going to start building this again. Oh, I'm still on the Move It tool. That's not good. Or am I? Okay, there we go. Let's get in there. Let's zoom in. Let's drop it down so it connects with the ground. And we want it to do that over a short distance or a long distance. That seems to be about roughly it. Hopefully we can tweak that a little bit. Hopefully we can tweak it. Right, so now I think we want something like that. And then we want it to go to about here. And then we're going to have our connection to this one. Here's where things might start to look super interesting. Or not. I don't know. Okay. So you can connect that way. And that way. Right. Very close to the houses. Not all the track looks that great. But it is what it is. Let's grab the Move It tool. Let's nudge this one down a little bit. I thought you were streaming Minecraft, says Trip Levy. What made you think that, man? That Flash Cat says, how are you doing, X? I'm doing great. I had a fantastic day today. It was wonderful. I didn't fly a kite, but I helped fly the kite. Got to see some planes taking off. It was a good day. Right, and then that one, maybe just nudge it down a little bit. That, I think, is looking pretty awesome. This road here needs some reworking. That's for sure. As it's going to go into a new area. Now, we've got a power line here that's kind of getting in the way of stuff. So, my question is it necessary? It kind of looks like it is, because it's not getting power from anywhere else. So, what we're going to do is move the line from here to there. Okay, that means we can demolish all of this, so it won't be in the way. So many power lines. There we go. Let's resume the game again. Actually, no, let's not. Let's finish building this road. So I'm going to destroy that. We're going to use the Move It tool. I love this Move It tool. It's terrific. Going to bring you to about there. Going to curve you off in that direction a little bit. And we need to rethink this connection. Can someone answer, do X have extensions, DLCs or not, says CMD Jojo. I have like expansion packs and DLC on here. We have mods on here as well. There's like quite a lot of extra stuff, I guess, in comparison to the original game. Can we make that go lower over this area? We can, but not too much lower. That kind of looks ridiculously low, would be my concern, but let's go for it. That's sneaky low. That might be a bit much. Wow, there's not much clearance there, is there? And from here, we will also add an additional road from this bit that will go up and connect like so. Sweet. No! Windows! I do not want to update my computer. Not right now, please. Please don't do that. Can we get a command listing all the mods installed, says Cosmonaut. There's not a lot. I haven't made a list, so it kind of is what it is. I could name a few for you, like we've got Move It. I don't have custom assets. I've just got a couple of quality of life mods, I guess you might call them. Right, so we're going to have the green belt here, as we're going to call it. These cul-de-sacs are kind of the end of the line. I think we might be able to emphasize what we're doing here with a little bit of a free-flowing path. Let's go grab that one. I say free-flowing, it might actually be better just to keep it. Let's turn off snapping for this. I think this is a good time to turn off snapping. Then we'll go from here to here. There to there. Yep, we're going to do that all the way down here. Sometimes it gets tight, sometimes it comes away a little bit. And it even goes around the edge. Right, and that's sort of there for us. It's to help mark or make like the distinction of the belt that we're building. The belt, I think we can maybe make out of the larger tree type. That seems to help a lot, or just having a distinctive tree type that stands out. Maybe we could use something a little bit colourful. Let's go check out what we got over here. Pink, some purple, pink again. I think purple might work. Let's create a brush. Maybe it needs more strength. Yeah, let's mix in a little bit of purple, right? And this goes either side here. This is our belt. This is our green belt that we're going to have in this area. Game Modus says, check on the football stadium. See how many times Derpopolis has won. That would be a good idea. Can you make a wall that deletes the train noise? I would love to do that, Sweetpack. I'd love to have some sound barriers on either side. That's a cool idea. I don't know if there is something custom for that, but there doesn't appear to be anything in the vanilla game for it. Okay, now we need some serious density over here. We don't seem to be getting it. Let's try some other tree types too. Okay, I feel like the belt is sort of there now. You can kind of see it. We need to just build the other thing on the opposite side. Is essentially it. So that's the end of that residential area. This is where our train tracks go through the area. And now we just got to put in our next area over here. And we've got to come up with a layout for it as well. I wanted to mess around with smaller sizes of house. Kilgore is here, resubscribing for 6 months in a row, saying 6 months already. My, how time flies by. It does fly by, doesn't it, Kilgore? Thanks so much for the support. It is greatly appreciated. I hope you're enjoying the stream that we're doing here today. News alert, major forest fire imminent, says to Bluey. I think we turned those off. I think we don't have to worry about that anymore. How is the city doing? City's looking good. Let's check on traffic, because we added in a lot of traffic from over here, I guess. Seems like everything's doing okay. This bit over here is still a bit of a problem. In general, though, it looks alright, doesn't it? Traffic flow 90%. I mean, that's pretty good. So let's resume, and I think what we will need is some connections between our two areas. Now, what we're trying to do is separate direct connections. Okay, so this area doesn't directly connect to the other ones. Everything kind of goes through this here. Now, where are we going to have connections in this area? I don't want it to have a direct connection to this space, but I think we might experiment with it to see what happens to the traffic. So one of the places residential traffic will move through is this section over here. We're going to let it move through this section so that workers can head into the city, which would be a good reason to expand the offices in this area if they have a nice, convenient way through the middle here. So that's the thing we might do. And then if we connect it to this area, we're going to allow traffic from all of this space to flow into this commercial. So there's going to be, I think there's going to be some roads that are end up going to take in a lot of that traffic. And the other thing is that if we don't do that and it only connects through here, everything goes into the city, turns around, comes up into this commercial area. Yeah, so I'm not sure where the links should be at this point, is I guess what I'm saying. I think connecting here to go there into this area is probably going to be quicker than running through the roads in this space. So I reckon what we should do is make a connection where it creates a longer route. And that would probably actually be somewhere around here and somewhere around there. Okay, so those are going to be our two connections. We're going to have two of them that go over. We'll put footpaths in as well. So let's destroy that. I guess that's how we're going to decide that we're doing this. Let's put the grid on for all of this. Actually, no, let's not. Let's do it by eye for now. So we'll go up by 3, little bridge over, and we're down on the other side. Cool. That's going to be one of our connections. The other one is going to be, I think, literally the end of this road. So we'll get rid of that. Going to go 1, 2, 3, little bridge across. 1, 2, 3, down on the other side. Alright, so those are our two connections, and then we've got our main connection here that's going to curve round and do something over there. So they land... Where were you going? What did you think was over there? Jeez. Martin says, X, do you have any tips for holiday destinations? We went to Bulgaria last year, looking for good destinations this year. I mean, that's something you should type into Google, man. I'm not, like, well-travelled to give you advice on that. I'm sure there's plenty of websites. I mean, I know there are dedicated to travelling and places to go. There's whole communities dedicated to sharing information about, like, places to find bargains and stuff. So if you're travelling, do some research, you know, look it up online. That looks a bit odd, but we'll leave it like that. Alright, so we've decided on our two connections. That means... that I don't think a lot of traffic from here is going to move through there to go to commercial. That's good. And then our residential here can move through into the city to work. That's great. So now, do we want to do a grid? What kind of design? What's the flow going to be here? Make a new big zone with great building to live in, says WePack. Well, we're going to build a big chunk of residential here, and it's going to link into this area. And it's also going to have smaller housing is the idea. Did I see something on fire over here? No. Still making lots of money, by the way. So to keep us making lots of money, why don't we go adjust the budget? We seem to be overpowered as always. How's the water doing? The water availability is a little bit short. So if we add an extra pump... we're going to redo the pumps at some point, remember. That's another plan of ours. To redo them, make them look super cool over on the opposite side. Maybe that's something for the next stream. So water availability should go up a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of matching the other one now, which makes me think we'll bring the water down to about here. Okay, how's garbage doing? We're totally over the garbage, so let's bring it back down to about here. So yeah, good adjustments, make a little bit more money overall, put that in the bank. Roman Empire II, thanks for coming by, man. Thanks for coming to the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. So I reckon, how about this? Why don't we make this road come through this area, kind of curve a little bit, and then connect to that road there. Right, like a bit of an S swirliness. That sounds interesting, to say the least. Could it also act as like a highway road that sits up top and other roads connect to it? Maybe that's the thing that we do. Just to be different. I think we'll go with that. So let's just start to... We're going to make it all kind of go all over the place. We have no grid on as well, so I'm not responsible for any craziness that's about to incur. I mean, I tried to make it so the last bit of the road would definitely not look like that. That did not happen, did it? Wow, you are awkward. Okay. Okay, let's grab the move it tool. M. I'm pressing the wrong button. Let's move you down. Let's move that one up a little bit. I mean, it just looks awful, doesn't it? That just looks awful. Why are you not going to connect nicely now? Eh. Okay, that's a little bit better. We might have to use the move it tool to get it looking better. Check on the football stadium. Let's check on the football stadium. Have we won more games? We have not played another game yet. Perhaps I'll put this city into fast mode since we're making lots of money. And we'll let it do its thing. By the way, we're going to put a train station over there. We're also going to... Or was I going to put a train station in this area? Kind of makes sense to, right? Makes a lot of sense to. So I think what we'll do... I know what we're going to do here. I know exactly what we're going to do here. We're going to have our train tracks sort of split a little bit. So we'll get one going off to this side. Where would be a good place for that to split off, actually? Yeah, there's not a particularly great point. We found it. I can possibly use move it to curve that nicer. Yeah, look at that. We can add just about the right sort of curve. Okay, that'll follow the side of this and go to a train station, which will be a dead end. Does that sound decent? Jimmy in chat, Jimmy2901 saying hello. Welcome to the stream, buddy. I guess what we should do is move these down into the ground. Go down a little bit. Not that much. And you go down a little bit. Cool. Do that. Right, we want it to connect with the ground, I believe. Is that connecting with the ground? Yes, yes it is eventually. Right, we want this train station to be somewhere in the middle-ish. Do I have to put a road there to have the train station? I do. So I guess the other thing we'll do is just create the other connection, right? You can... Can we sneak you through there? No, seems to be. Let's get you like that and then bend you a little bit. Alright, yeah, that's pretty good. We'll tidy up some of those curves and stuff later on. Man, the traffic just be flowing everywhere right now. It's crazy cool to look at. Beautiful city we got going on here. Did I just see a trash can problem? Yeah, let's zoom out, check for problems. Seems to be all good in the hood just about everywhere. Yeah, derp, I should start to count my own derps, says Lorelli. Where's the derp counter, says Flame for game. Top right corner of your screen. Says, and now it says 10 derps, so I was hoping not to reach double digits. Red Pandaram says, what gives you that stadium to win matches? Is it mod or DLC? I believe it's a DLC, actually. Apparently there's a criminal in the stadium stealing the football. Please don't steal our football. From up above, this feels like that bit's good. I feel like, yeah, I will do instead of speak right now, because that seems to be better for me. Let's go grab the straight road tool. I feel like grids. Let's get the grids quickly. That wasn't quite how I thought it was. No grids then. It also turns off like the other tools for seeing other stuff like numbers and things. You know, angles. That's the one. Right, now is that actually... Oh, I'm not sure that's even better. I kind of pictured like the similar U-shaped curve, right? I guess it's kind of there. Like, we would have to go even further along the way, I reckon. So let's go build straight roads, coming off of there. And then let's have this kind of big... Kind of want to copy what we've got at the top there. Kind of looking for a big bowl, and I'm not sure we're getting it. Let's delete this last bit here. Right, let's delete that track. We've got it a little bit more there. I think that'll do. I think that'll do. Cool. Check the traffic density, says Moonatar. We checked on traffic a moment ago. Everything looked really good. For right now, though, I think we're now ready to start work on the grid for this area. So we're going to do smaller houses, that's the thing. We need our grid back on over here. And we will have like a road going across the end like this. It's going to have houses on the back of it. Why don't you go and be on the ground? There we go, that's much better. Let's do it with grass on either side as well. So we will start a little bit over from there. Let's go with the straight road tool. I feel like, yeah, that's probably a little bit too far away actually. Oh, what is that road? What is that road? It's not on the ground. That's what it is. Down one more it is then. Okay, do you guys think straight roads... Tabushi says, looking at the waste of concrete to make perfectly straight road all curvy. Yeah, maybe I wasted some concrete. I think I really want to do a grid right now, but maybe one of the future areas is going to be super curvy, right? So let's go to that spot there. Bam! Not all the way across though, because this is actually where the road's going to end, so see you later. Right, and we're going to have a connection there as well. Bam. Cool. Right, now here's the trick. We're only going to make this area 3 wides, so we're going to use this tool to begin with. We'll go as far as there. 3 deep. No, wasn't I going to do this 2 deep? I think I'm going to do it 2 deep. Which means you can go all the way to there. So these houses are going to be 2 deep on both sides of the road. And then what we're going to have is paths behind them. Why do I always go to the wrong tool? This type of path. Or actually, no, those ones create lights. And I think that might look a little bit silly. They also have a lower upkeep if we go for these ones. So please don't snap to what I'm not trying to use. There we go. So one big old path from this end to that end. It's going to literally be behind every house. We're paused as well, so we'll let this thing start doing its thing. Let's get somewhere about there. Coming all the way to about here. For now. Probably going to need power somewhere as well, ain't you? So let's have a little power connection from that bit right now. Here. Yep. Here to there. That'll do. Like a triangle grid, says Redinator. That'll be something we do for future plans, right? So we're doing our small houses, and in future ones we'll do what you just described, triangle grid, something like that. Now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually create a grid shape across here. So that'll destroy part of our path, that's fine. Or is it? Actually, let's do the grid. Bring it out like that. Yeah, the paths are going to get destroyed. That's kind of annoying. So 1 and 2, I believe our next road is here, of all places. How do I want to lay this out? So I'm just going to have like lots of intersections everywhere is what I'm thinking. I know what we'll do. We'll do staggered intersections so we don't have crossroads. Is the power issue in the commercial area resolved, says Loop. I don't think there was ever a power issue over here. So let's hope it's resolved. It looks like we do have some criminal activity in the area. Did we play another game yet? We did, and we won! Oh, jeez! We made a little bit more money, and we won another big lump sum of cash. Terrific. Yeah, this is going to be a super interesting project. Those roads are just going to be so close to each other, though. But it's cool. It's cool. So we're looking for 5 each time. So if we've got 4, I think we leave a gap of 1, and then we start our next road, right? Pretty sure that's how it works. So let's go and build these roads all the way to wherever they're going. So gap of... okay, go over there. Gap of 1 is there. Is it? Is that a gap of 2? There's a gap of 1. Put in some tiny commercials, says ZW Pack. We may do a little bit of that here and there. As of right now, though, what you'll see I'm doing is I'm just... We're gonna make this grid have character. It is not going to be all hard grid like this. But we just need to put in the basics. Now, there's going to be moments where it can't go underneath, and that's fine. The trick will be to then build the road over here. That's not enough, is it? Gap of 1, there we go. I'm back again, says Green Shadow. Welcome back, Green Shadow. Why is your shadow green, they said. That's what they said. X, what will you call somebody with no body and a nose? What will I call them? No body and a nose. Are they just nose? Is that what you're saying? They're just a nose? I'd say they're nosy. I'd go, oi, stop being so nosy. Ha 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 ha. And then they'll say, but this is all I have. I have no body. And then I'll feel bad for making a joke about someone who only had a nose. Yeah, this grid going to be massive. Huge area with small housing. And we just built a row for now. That's all we're going to have in this area to begin with. We're just building a row. We're going to put everything in else later. Just to reiterate, again, this, what you're seeing here isn't the final layout. We will look for... Wait, what are you going through? A rock? It's going through a rock. That actually goes all the way under. That's super useful to have that road. That one also appears to go all the way under. So there'll be 2 roads there that go all the way under. And there'll be a 3rd one. Apparently we are not hitting any of the... any of the supports. I really thought we would... That makes my life easier. Right, then we hit one. Then we hit one again. And then what about up here? No. Let's go do some more of this. Actually, how close are we going to get to that grid? That's a good question. Right. So that gives us a good idea of how close we can potentially get to that grid. Crazy. Lots of people are saying fire. Oh, goodness me. There is absolutely a fire spreading through the belt. Jeez, jeez Louise. Let's go grab... let's go grab a fire station. So maybe in the heart of this area, we'll just throw in a big old station like this. But we ain't even got that far yet. Oh, also we got power issues. We got power issues. Why we got power issues? Okay, we're gonna have to slap that budget up a little bit. About the fire, what I generally do is just let it burn and then it will come back again. You know, eventually it will come back again. It does make, like, this is burning at the beginning of the stream. Stellian says, phew, at least it didn't spread too far. It's still spreading though, that's a slight problem with it, right? That's a slight problem with it. Who's liking what we're doing over here already? Because I feel like you ain't even seen what this is about. Like, I'm putting in the basics, you know. We're going to get to the good stuff. Right, so these are some of the other roads that will fit on this grid. And then it kind of shows us exactly where to put that one. So, go all the way out to there. Right. So basically at this point we're adding in the roads and we're not sure like what we're going to do with these spaces over here yet, but we'll develop a layout. I did actually want to build on this side here, but I realise it's quite close, so we won't do that. We won't do that at all. But we do need one road to come through and connect with the train station. Let's peel this. I guess we could use the move it tool here to just kind of drag the point around. So we want more of a curve in that direction. And then that we want all the way over here. Okay, and then we need one of those roads to come through and hook us up with our train station. Is essentially it at this point. Move it tool off. Right, and that might be the road that we want here. So let's try and go parallel. Let's then destroy that. Let's go and put a station here. Train station. Oh, look at that. That's gonna hook up perfectly, I tell thee. I'll tell thee. Right, let's go destroy that, and then try to make it better. Try to make it better. Bam! A little bit build up there, but that's fine. Let's use the move it tool. Let's click. See, it seems to be selecting this when I'm trying to select that. Huh. Let's move it down a touch. Just a touch. Cool. Right then, now, can any of those other roads come through here as well? You can't. You can't. But maybe this one could if we go diagonal. Right, so we've got a little connection there. That's cool. I think what we'll do is we'll start to characterize some of the roads. Like we're going to have a little U-turn on that road. So that's cool. And we've actually put most of what we need in place. So now we start to characterize things, make it look more interesting. Lavrelli says, sorry for repeating. Lavrelli also says, X, what did the pirate say on his 80th birthday? Aye, matey. Ah, matey. Oh, someone with the brain smarts, jeez. Someone with the brain smarts. Okay. I like what we got going on here. I really like the way it staggers, but then it kind of like stops a little bit. So let's go. Let's continue with that. Let's make you one more than the next one, etc., etc. And now I can't kind of see what I'm doing at all, which is great. So they're going to go quite close to that train track, ain't they? Let's have a connection there. Right, yeah, I like that so far. What we're not going to do is have a connection there. And what we also need to really start doing is bring in some ramps down from up top. Let's get this tool in for that because we want to get some curves going on here. Cool. That's a pretty good on-off. Not so keen on the traffic lights, so we'll have to remove those later. Another place for a good connection would be right here, I reckon. Let's go and... How will you connect? The way it's flipping up and down there is so strange. I'm half wondering if this would suit like deliberate on-only, off-only kind of connections. But hey, make a connection with the big curvy road, says Weepak. Hey, we're on it, man. We're on that connection business. I think I see another spot to have on. Let's go over here. Let's go to about there. No, that looks absolutely awful. Let's try again. I think we need a tiny bit more road first. And then we do this. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That is what I am talking about. Cool. Nice frequency so far, which makes me think there should be one just about here. And that is a little bit too close. Let's start with a straight road. Now, why am I up in the air? Let's go down to the ground. Just to about there, and then all the way up you go. Cool. So I guess our next connection kind of looks like it should be somewhere around here. Let's go... Oh, I like that this road goes under, actually, so no. So no, we won't. There's quite a few roads in a row that go under there. Let's take this and create a connection from there, coming down to here. Right, and I don't like that distance again, so straight road. We'll get you to about there. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2 over here. That looks absolutely awful. Try again. Still a bit steep, but not as bad as before. X, what is your plan with this? Damage the environment by making people drive 2k miles extra every day? There is no plan other than having a plan. Yeah, one of the ways I like to approach playing this game, though, is trying to make like a super efficient city, right? But I feel like you need to play this game a little bit more than I have to figure out some of the tricks for doing that. So the plan here is just to have a plan. Let's do something and know what we're doing. That's essentially what I'm going for with this one. So I've come up with this idea in my head for something a little bit different, and now we're just going to check it out and see how it works. So we made our connections to this big road, so there's lots of places it can distribute into the city. That's cool. What we might see is traffic taking shortcuts through these areas, which is actually something we don't want. So when we do this next phase, we really need to think about that. Okay, so Pixel Riffs is raiding me with a party of 22 people. Mr. Pixel Riffs, thank you for the raid. Let's see in chat. There we go. Pixel Raid, Bexy Zox, welcome to the stream. Pixel Riffs with hashtag Pixel Raid. There's no E in Pixel. And thank you so much for the raid, man. Appreciate it ever so much. Welcome to the stream, all of the raiders. We are designing a city. That is what we are doing. Kind of. We're designing a derp city, basically. You know? It's a derpy city. But I guess I should give you all the tour. Oh no, we're in a death loop and I have been too zoned in on that other area. Oh, how do I hate death loops? How do I hate them? Okay, so we need more. It kind of looks like maybe we slipped under the capacity for this. Let's look at the distribution of these buildings. So... Oh, that's full. That might be where it started. Right. Let's put one of Spangle's famous cremies down. Somewhere in this area. Oh, almost put it on there. I think we're going to replace that building with it. Okay, this thing probably needs to be set to empty to another facility, basically. Move the bodies and put them in the creme. Okay, now we're going to need a creme on the opposite side of the city as well, I think. So this area doesn't seem particularly well. Oh no, it's got one right there. And then we've got two. So I reckon somewhere around this place. We'll put one. Can we put you without removing too many other buildings? Bam, on the... No. Okay, it didn't actually want to go there. Right, that's weird. It doesn't like that road. There we go. Let's also go to the budget. We want to resolve this problem as quick as possible. Death spirals are bad for the city. Let's try and get the medical professionals out there, getting the bodies out of the homes. Does this one have a creme? It does. It's got a creme over on that side. Right, welcome raiders. My city's dying. This is a common problem in this game, that you have these death waves that take over a city. I think it might be because we slipped under budget and then it just wasn't able to deal with it. So hopefully now we'll see those things disappear. But let's get back to the building of the grids. So we want to make sure that these don't become shortcuts to another part like over here. So as of present, I think we're going to have to remove that connection. And the connection between those two roads will be at the end. So it's a bit of a long-winded route around. So we're not going to have any more connections there. And I think it would be smart to have... Let's actually remove that one then. Okay, we're gonna have that. We're, I think, leaving. No, let's create a connection that goes here and there. Okay, I like that. Right, now let's say you come off at the next one here. That is a direct, straight shortcut. That's literally not what we want. Oh dear. And I kind of like having the path, the road even go straight through there. So let's create a connection here and there. And then let's destroy that middle section of road. And it's going to... Actually, that side will connect that way. This side will connect that way. That's how we'll work it. So now it's actually quite long-winded to get all the way around here. Also, this road isn't supposed to be particularly straight either, so let's move that over here. That kind of looks okay-ish. Let's have a read of chat as well. Sophia says, X, please make this new area high density and maybe modern, kind of like the other area but with more commercial. I like your suggestion to make it high density. We're not mixing areas though. The idea is not to mix them. So let's do a poll in chat. So we're going to go over to the polls and giveaways. Density. Feel free to vote. Do you want to see high density or low density? That is the question. Alright, so now to get to this connection, you do have to go in quite a roundabout way, so it's probably not a shortcut. So another shortcut is straight across there, in which case we will remove these two connections here. You can already see someone using the shortcut, right? So that's, that's good, but how do we get onto that road? We can't, so I will create a connection there. Nice. And also what I'm going to do, again, making things unique and different, do that. Have a little something like that going on. I also don't like how close this is here to that connection. I think we're going to end the area sort of there. Right, and then we've still got this sort of leftover hangover road. To which I think what we're going to do... I'm not sure actually. People are saying derp. Well, I'm clicking... Right, here we go again. Here we go again. You people assume things about me. You assume it's a derp. You assume I've made a mistake. I am clicking on start poll and nothing is happening. Okay? I'll click it again, nothing happens. I'll click it again, nothing happens. And they're calling me a derp. And they're using the new fail emote. I'll tell you who the derps are. I'll tell you who's failing right now. It's chat. It's all these people thinking that I did a derp. They thinking that I'm wrong. They thinking I ain't got the brain smarts. I'm clicking on the button that says start poll. Ain't nothing happening. Ain't nothing happening at all. That time it worked. It says poll created now. Ah! So there's something wrong with the program and then eventually it decided to work. Interesting. Let's get back to this game. Let's get back to this game. Twitch be twitchy. Twitch be derpy, says Make It Rain. No, it's the poll that's being a derp, says Paper Cat. Oh, you love it when we derp, says Martin. I do. I love it when y'all derp. Because then I'm like, ha! See what it feels like? Jeez. I reckon what we'll do here, let's add that connection. Let's destroy that road. And then let's come over here. Let's get a straight connection, man. Bam! Let's destroy that. I actually don't like these roads coming out like this anymore. I think I'm going to get rid of them. They kind of look cool to begin with, but now they kind of look terrible. Right, so I think that connection there can go. Notice how stuff is sort of coming through here from somewhere to get onto this road. I wanted to avoid that, didn't I? I really did. Let's destroy that connection. Hi, what am I on? There we go. Okay, let's bring you out to here and do that. And then let's just add a connection in the middle of this road. Make the traffic route there a little bit longer. Alright, so with me not being a fan of these little sticky outbits, let's remove some more of them. That'll work just fine for me. And we'll go into this space, but not by too much. So all of those roads kind of look alright to me. And again, we've got some areas where we're deliberately trying to not add shortcuts. But all the roads are connected over the back here, aren't they? And they're connected on the opposite side. So I feel like this is close to being done, to be fair. I feel like it's rather close to being done. That road there actually makes this route a little bit quicker. So we should probably undo that and put it back in this area. There was a reason that was there. Alright then. So, let's go check the poll. What does the poll say? End the poll. High. People want it high. I hear loud and clear. Mayor Asuma here, hearing what the citizens want, because I'm a good mayor like that. Let's go check on our death crisis and population. Seems like we got over it. If we save the game quickly, just because saving the game's a good idea. Let's also go check our statistics, city statistics. We have had a death spike thing. But now we're going to come back up. We're bouncing back, peeps. Let's resume the game. Let's go check out our budget and slide that back down to normal. Where it should be. High. Yep, that one. Alright, and then let's... oh, you're all happy. That's good to know. That's good to know. I guess we are going... Can we change to the other type? Nope. Apparently not. We're actually going to basically dezone this, I think. Okay, and then rezone it. That's pretty much what we're doing. The other side, I'm actually going to dezone and I think keep dezoned because we've got another job to do now, which is to add in the walking routes, okay? So not only are we going to have walking routes everywhere, they are going to cut in different directions, I think is the general idea. But the main purpose of this is for separating the zones, right? Don't forget that. So separating the zones. Are we going to have a connection there, or are they just going to? They're just going to be friends. I see. Right, we'll have a little connection there. I'm going to have to just have this always go down the middle, so we might as well just start off with that. All the way down the middle, bam, and even over here. It's going to have to go over the edge. That little space in the corner. Oh, the snapping is not helpful. Sometimes it's not helpful. Make them concrete, says Drag. I actually don't want them to be. I feel like it would add way too many lights to this area. Let's look at the power here. So it's going to the one spot where no one's built. Of course it is. Of course it is. That makes total sense. Go to the one place where no one's building. Right, let's continue with our pathing operation. And we'll start zoning, actually. We should start zoning pretty quick. You just got to be a pain in the bum sometimes. That's the problem. You just got to be a pain in the bum. Still a pain in the bum. There we go. Right, grid back on. All the way. All the way. It's over here. Alright, can't go any further. I was going to say, that's a good connection to the train station. So, for pedestrians walking, we need to break this up every now and then. Let's have a little cross-section there. Let's have a cross-section here. And then probably over this bit makes a lot of sense, right? Ah, they can't cross the road there, though. That's something to consider. So we just want a few of these every now and then, I think is the idea. Put one in the middle. Right, and let's start the zone. Parks, says WePack. Yes, parks. But our big problem is that we ain't got the space to put the parks in here. So maybe the place to put the parks are over on the edges. So that can be one big park. Awesome. Let's go to this part of the city. Can that be... Oh, that's actually going to fit in an entire slot. So before we put in the paths, let's go have that there. Right, we want one somewhere down in this area. Bam, we found it. And then I guess we kind of want to just squeeze in maybe one centrally on the edge of that block, and then two more perhaps. Let's go check out, we could put a massive one right there. Let's just put it on that corner. And then over in this space, we're going to have a park right at the end there. Okay, so we've put in our parks, they've been spaced out, that's good. Let's go ahead and do some zoning now, right? All of this going to get zoned. Oh, they love to use these streets. This is actually not what we want. Maybe we need to make this like a residents-only area, because we don't want the traffic going through like that. I was specifically trying to avoid that as it goes. Well, the other solution is to give them like a direct line from this road to that, Like we could have an overhead road. There's room for a connection there. It may not be the sort of connection we like. Let's go check on our traffic lights. Remember, we've got one more thing to do after this, so we need to be kind of hasty with the rest of this. Hi, I was trying to do the thing with that. Yep. No traffic lights, please. Maybe when we get buses, we'll help alleviate that sort of traffic. That's another thing to consider. Right, this thing over here wants some power, doesn't it? It wants some juice. So I feel like maybe it's a good idea to get the zoning going on in this space so we can bring the power over to it. Yeah, and that's about as much of that as we should do for now. Overhead, says Paper Cat. Paper Cat wants an overhead. Screeper says, my main city has around 40,000 people in it at 20 FPS. Yeah, if you don't have the right hardware for this game, it can be pretty tough on your computer, can't it? Right, let's go. Stop snapping to the wrong thing. That's very irritating. Can we get some snap to the correct? No, don't want to snap to that. Please don't. Oh, whatever. Whatever. It's slightly inefficient here. Oh, the horror, the dread of slight inefficiency. It's disgusting. There we go. Right, and so far that's all residential. So we need some services in here, but it's going to stay all residential. And they're going to go into this area to go shopping. So our commercial demand will go up with all of this. And our plan is to basically make all of this commercial. So let's build our second strip behind this area in maybe both spaces. Let's go put in that over there, and we'll let that do its thing. We're going to need a massive expansion over here for jobs coming through from this area, which means we might want to retweak one of these roads. There's going to be a lot of traffic coming through there, or maybe we use the train station. We could bring a train station between the two areas to provide work. I like it. I like it. Okay, they want water. Oh, you want to drink water, do ya? Blooming hell, you lot just want everything, don't ya? Oh, I'm thirsty. Oh, I can't clean myself. Jeez, you asked for too much. So, it's going to be an interesting looking area, but so far, I actually think it looks kind of super cool. So let's just hope that keeps going. Now, services, as we've discussed, need to be arranged. This area will need its own cremie. Where is a good spot for the cremie to get around the place? It is not there. It is possibly here. Maybe we need two cremies in this area. I was hoping that being able to jump onto the ramp would help a lot. I think if we put it there, it's able to jump onto the ramp. So an opposite ramp would be this one here. But the distribution isn't very good. Nor is it there, really. We'll try this one. Put a cremie there. Right, couple of cremies. Garbage now. Do another poll, says Moonator. For what? The overhead? Oh yeah, we should probably put the overhead in before I forget about it. Okay, so fire risk. Are we going to have a big station in the middle of this place? Like we could put it here so it's close to the ramp. And then it gets to almost all the spaces. Which ramp would be the best? Probably this one, right? Yeah, that's got some nice distribution. So we're going to have a firehouse right there. Bam! Cool. Police station right next door, I think. Do we want a big one? Yeah, let's do a big one. That'll make the peeps happy. Schools! Let's put one at either end, maybe. So if we go about here-ish. Somewhere around here. Doesn't really reach that far, the primary school, does it? Doesn't reach very far at all. I'm going to put you in that space. Okay, that's good for all of those people. Peeps, remind me to come back to the schools later. Let's just do a little bit more zoning. Got to build our overhead road, actually, before we do too much more zoning. So, this is going to be a tricky road to build. It's going to need to come through here. We're going to have a house or two get destroyed. Okay, that's all right. Let's not do that. Let's a bit more of a curve to it. Okay, now it wants to go in that direction. We kind of want it to go straight here. Let's turn off the grids. Let's try and get it as parallel as possible. Okay, and that is our overhead road that is going to go straight through and, by the looks of it, destroy stuff on the way. Let's get the grid back. That looks really good. That looks really good. And with a little bit of move it magic, make that last bit look even slicker. Awesome. Awesome. That was a good idea. That was a good idea. It's a Kremlin, says Paper Cat. Brilliant. X, random question. What is your favourite fruit, says Holy Mackerel the First. I love fruit salad. I think my favourite fruit would be... Oh, that is a good question. Apple. I'm going to say apple because of the way you eat it. It's convenient. Okie dokie. We got one more job to do this stream, remember. We've got to put in the buses. So I think a little bit more zoning. And then that might just be it for us in this area today. So we're going to take on that area. And this area here, coming all the way down to the ends. We will put in a block there. And maybe we'll just go around here and connect to that part. Wait, I'm clicking incorrectly. That's not good. Yeah, that bit. Not that. Just that bit. And then all of this. There might be some policies we want to enact here to, I don't know, encourage certain types of behaviour from the residentials. We got water issues. We are approaching water issues. Of course we are. Let's bring the budget up to about there. Cool, let's do a check-up on everything, really. Power is amazing, water is okay, garbage is looking alright, healthcare is good, a bit hazardous. I think maybe building some of those towers every now and then might help. You can spot the fires before they reach the city, so maybe good to build them in some of our foresty areas. Anyway, that's not our priority. Why you change your mind, X, says Green Shadow? Oh, I changed my mind a lot, you know, I'm trying to do stuff. Hey, this looks like it's going to be a super interesting area, doesn't it? Oh, it really does. So buses are next, but I do feel like our priority right now is to get this area expanded. What section do we want to buy next? I feel like if we brought this one, we could plan this area here a little better. It means we could connect the trains there. That's probably a smart thing. So let's go out to this. And let's buy that tile. Bam. We are purchasing it. It's a bargain. And now we can connect our train line up here. Let's go grab the tool for the train track. Derp face from Folgarox. What did I do now? Why are peeps saying derp? Water, not power. Oh, did I click the wrong thing in the menu? Let's put the water up then. I clicked the wrong thing in the menu. I wouldn't call that a derp. You know, especially after I've been streaming for 2 hours. I mean, that's pretty good. Right. Need you to come down to the ground level. We need to make it look good. I think going to there first seems to be nicer. Okay, and then down to the ground. Right, I'm not sure. Actually, yeah, I think that'll work. Right, and we'll sort of peel in somewhere around here. Right, because we're going to have a station somewhere on this road. That's how we'll do it. We'll put the station in right here. It does have a bit of a noise radius around it. Maybe we could shield it with parks and stuff. Do you know what? I'm not too fussed about that. Well, let's visit the idea a little bit. Let's say we put it further over towards this side. Right, we create a connection like that. We're going to put the train track somewhere in here. Train track, the train station. Right, and then it's going to have 2 crossing roads on either side. I'm not sure that I actually want that. Let's demolish... Okay, I know you got water problems, but let's demolish... Yeah, let's do that for now. Okay, let's get our track connected. Let's change the time of day. Let's change the time of day. Birdie says, "Oh, derp, he did the thing instead of the OGs. Anything but the thing. What thing are we talking about now? Geez, remember the schools?" says Screeper. We're not expanding that area just yet. Don't worry about it. Okay, cool. Let's get you Coming out, let's go to about there. And then, let's have our connection. You know, I'm going to leave that alone for now. I'm not going to mess around with the move it tool. Seems like... Actually, no. I am gonna mess around with it, because I think I know what the problem is. So, when we come off of this station, we need to go down by one, so we connect to the grounds. Yep, and that looks kind of funky, but it is what it is. And, oh, hello, train. For now, we'll do that. So the trains are coming through already. Man, they are quick. Right, so what we've got to do is line up with that and go 1, 2, 3, and then go to about here. Okay, that's the way we're going to do the station. 1, 2, 3. Go to about there. Right, destroy, destroy. Okay, you come down a little bit too quick, I think. Right, do I want to keep that road there? I don't think I do, but I'll leave it there for now. Okay, we hear you. We hear you. We know you need water. Lizzie Bess says, assuming streaming, I haven't missed it. I'm so happy. You've missed about 2 hours of it, to be fair. But glad to have you with us, Lizzie. And we are working on this new area over here. How is it going to look? Let's grab that out from the middle. That's looking nice. And then we can start to have offices and stuff over on this area. I think it might be nice in this area to like change the angle and get off this grid a little bit. But for now we are kind of focused on basically just expanding this block in this area. So we want offices pretty much everywhere at this point. All of this area can be offices. Except maybe not all of that. Let's have it to about there. Going to put offices on that corner. Yeah. Let's expand, expand, expand. Because we need the jobs here. Right. You want water. A little bit too far. A little bit too far. There we go. Right, so we can think about what are we going to do with the grid over here another time. One thing we should definitely do for now, though, is create a link between these two areas. Another thing we'll have to do is educate the people in the other area so that they can actually, you know, go and work in this area, I guess. So that'll just go back and forth over and over again. Right, they're happy about that. That's good. So you lot need a high school and a university. I guess we'll actually do that now before we do the buses. Where does the high school go? Here? It's not that close to a ramp, is what I'm thinking. Let's put it somewhere where we can put it close to a ramp. That's kind of close to a ramp. So let's go change that road there. In fact, let's just get rid of that as well. Right, school time. We're going to have the high school there for the entire area. It's going to need some power and some water. Oh, yes, you are. Bring in the power from this part of the city behind it. Oh, look, that area is expanding big time. Okay, and now we need a university in this area as well. That being said... Did I just build a university? I think I did. I think I built a university instead of a high school. Well, geez. I mean, it is what it is. It accesses the whole area. It did the job I was trying to do. Now, you might call it a derp. I call that one an accidental smarts because we kind of put it in the right position for a university. Did we not? Did we not? I think we did a good job there. These roads aren't well connected enough. Let's go put you over there. Bam! High school. In the house. In the his house. Let's get in some of our pathways behind it. From there to there. And are we going to do more zoning around here? I think we are just going to add that path, which will go somewhere under here. Oh, you just won't snap to the right grid, will you? Yeah, we'll take all of that as well. Alright, so loads of areas for people to move into. And now they're able to commute back and forth over to this space. Are people going to work from here? Are we seeing them walking? Oh my god, there's a lot of people on that station. That is a good sign. So I think they're using it to get to work over here. That's terrific. Man, look how quickly these offices expanded. X justifying all his derps, says Hump Troll. I'm gonna give you a little bit of leeway on that one. That was a halfway derp, okay? If there's one more halfway derp, I'll be pressing that derp button. Now, I think there's a good chance of that happening. Let's go check on our traffic through this new area we've created. This is what I don't want to see. Actually, that kind of makes sense. That's this area. This was a great idea, this road, by the way. And I think that means that we need to change the junction lights. Yes, we do. Let the peeps flow freely and smoothly. Okay, so we got more work to do in the next stream with our trains. But the thing that we said we'd do this stream is the buses. So I think next stream is going to revolve around public transport a lot. Bus depot. What do we have? The biofuel. What's biofuel bus depot? Works like a regular bus depot, except it sends biofuel buses instead of regular ones. The biofuel buses are much more quiet than regular buses, but carry just as many people. Place a depot before creating lines. So, what's the deal? Costs more money per week? Yeah, it does. Then there's also a bus station. It acts as a designated place where a bus or coach starts and ends its scheduled route. That's not that type of station. So what I'm thinking is that we have our bus depot over in this place. Why are we looking at the underground view? I don't want to build an underground bus depot. I'm not even sure you can build it underground. Stop being underground. Why am I underground? Where do we want to build it, peeps? Where should our bus depot go? It could go here. It'll probably want like a couple of cheeky connections. Maybe if we put it off of this road, it would then have relatively close connection to the ones we want to use anyway. So that sounds like a smart idea. Let's go and build a ramp. It comes down here. Like so, and then stretches out, and it's just pretty much a dead-end road at this point. So let's spruce it up with a bit of a curve, perhaps, something. I don't know. Can we make that like half the distance? Yeah, let's have that. Actually, let's destroy that last bit. Yeah, so we've got a little bit of a loop. I don't know if it will stay. It doesn't look particularly great, but that's where our bus depot is going to go. Bus depot going to need power, man. It's going to need power. Does it need water? Probably does. Alright, so we got that building there for buses to go out of in the future. But for right now, I don't think we're going to do any more. Pale Ghost says, I wonder if you can trap cars on a loop and they drive forever. I don't think they do. I think they despawn once they get stuck and can't go anywhere. That's what I've observed in my time in this city. What we got going on over here? We deleted all of our incinerators. This is now a useless road. It also kind of looks like the pollution got cleared up. Let's check out our pollution for the city. Which one is pollution? That's leisure. Outside connections. Noise pollution. Where be that regular pollution at? Garbage? That's not quite pollution, is it? Resources? I actually got no clue. Wind. Pollution. Purpley stuff. Right, so 2 industrial areas, incinerator, and that recycling setup creates pollution. Fascinating. Okay, so we'll close that. We'll change it today as we always do. Let's slow down the speed a little bit here. What else am I looking for? Not a lot, really. I guess that's kind of it. It's not underground, it's transport style, says Lemrock. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess so. Oh, some nice CSP, concentrated solar power, says Sass. That's what we got going on here. Concentrated solar power, peeps. Pay attention. It's concentrated. Let's check out the traffic flow. Yeah, kind of 84%. We've lost 6% traffic flow. This looks horrendous down here, and we haven't been working on this area much, so maybe we can solve that with buses. I think we should look at these busy areas and try and solve it with buses. That sounds like a good idea. What did I say about this bit here? I did have a sneaky suspicion this would become quite bad. Let's go check out our junctions. Yeah, we got traffic. Let's not bulldoze. Jeez, we got a problem there. And the problem be solved. And that one we'll get rid of. Cool. Hello, Late Bananas says I love dirt. Welcome to the stream, man. X should do the public transport here in Belgium. Is it not good? Is that what you're saying? It's not. It's so not good you'd put me in charge of it. Wow. That's crazy. I really like the change in housing here. I feel like what we should do is keep this housing sort of going around these roads and just have it stick to like a couple of roads like that, and then put the grass around it. So maybe it could go out diagonal and something like that. That could happen in there. Another thing I wanted to check out doing was sneaking off a monorail line and putting it down here and bringing it into this area, so we could have a monorail station over here. If I were to do that, it could be raised off of the ground as well. Which one's the monorail? That one. Does it connect above the ground? No, I think it'll have to be placed on the ground. Oh wait, I've got the wrong thing. Do you snap to a road that is in the air, is what I'm saying. Maybe we can do something to move it, but there's another idea. Never been on a bus in Belgium, says Sass. Ali says, I may be extremely late, but I'm still here. I came here anyway. Well, glad to have you here, buddy. Feels like there's very little to do in this city. It is really managing itself well. Love this area. We've got a lot of demand for offices and commercial. We could actually satisfy a little bit more of that commercial. Let's go. I don't think we need as many of those now, do we? Let's go and zone out all of that. And over on this side, I think we'll let it be. So it's all about the offices. So we know what we're doing next stream. We're going to do some work on the offices. But man, that thing looks super cool. Did we unlock anything? Are we near a new level of city? 55,000 peeps is what we need. Can we do a little bit more zoning over here? Yes, we can. We are ready to zone up those two areas. This one's pretty much ready, isn't it? Let's go grab a path. Oh, can you go under there? You can. That's superb, but then you go off the grid a little bit. Okay, let's bring you right up to there. It's the grid. The grid is awful sometimes. Let's get rid of that. Bring it into this space. Sweet. Yeah, I actually think it's so low we're not really going to get any further with that. Industry, look at those bars, says Moonator. I know. It's all about expanding this area. I don't really want to start that today. Wow, fire. Fire everywhere. I feel like we need to come up with a new plan for this area because our original area has just expanded so much. And what we need to do is also think about like getting these all the way to the full level. I reckon something like a park might help us with that. Did we ever build the botanical garden? It's a place for people to relax in. Maybe we could put it right there next to that noisy station. Let's do that actually. We're putting in the botanical garden, peeps, I've decided. There's also potentially more of these. Right, now we can build the transport tower. What does it do? Oh, it's a place for people to visit. I think we should put that over on this island though, right? And it would look very out of place on its own, so we're not going to place that today. We need to build up the area more. We have not built the Opera House yet. And we can build the Ziggurat Garden. Wow. That's a cool looking building. We're going to have to put that somewhere for sure. Somewhere special. Cool, so we got some... Oh, wow. Stadium. We already did that. We got some cool stuff to build next time, haven't we? But hopefully some of these will upgrade to level 5. I hope they don't mind being on fire, because that's kind of just happening right there in front of them. That's a cool spot, actually. That's a cool spot. Wonder if we put a couple of extra parks just either side. One's not massively big. We've been through this 100 times. Okay, and then let's grab some trees. One of the mods is from Belgium, says Sass. That's very true, yeah. That's very, very true. Stellium. I wonder if she's still here. Okay, that's stronger, please. Stronger would be good. Also, what happened to our other tree type? This tree type here, it goes up in that direction. It goes into here. I'm going to jot some of that down here to kind of remind me that we want a bit of a natural border there. And I think we're going to extend like some housing around there. So that's sort of plopped down to remind me more than anything. Okay, can I get even more dense than that? That's just going to be it for this area, is it? Let's go down to plopping in some... I'm putting them where the trees are burning. It makes total sense, doesn't it? Putting them where they're burning. Such a great idea. Alright, cool. That's a very gardeny looking area now. I hope they like it. I hope they get upgraded the whole way. Come on now. A little bit more upgrading, please. Cool, what a gorgeous city. You can just spend forever in this game looking at it, checking out all that's going on. God, this area here though, that's mental. This is actually probably not very nice to live in, to be fair. It is just block to block. And that is going to take up this entire area eventually. Wow, so from down here in the suburbs, you look across the street and it's just high-rises everywhere. These high-rises though, they just look so much more spaced out, and those ones are in a total grid. What's the quiet beeping, says Wordner? I don't know what it is. I hear it occasionally too. It's definitely a something. Right, so what are the plans for next stream? Public transport. Getting monorail, buses, stuff done. Expanding this area. So, transport and expansion of offices seems to be the big thing. And as we expand that area, the other two demands have got plenty of space over here to be filled in. So, seems pretty obvious, right? Expand the size of the city by expanding this and those areas, and work in the public transport. So tomorrow's stream, I guess, is going to be all about reaching the next level, maybe the one after that as well. Megapolis. Whatever it said. Here in Derpopolis City. Let's save the game, peeps. I think that's where we've got to wrap this stream up. We know what we're doing for the next stream. Remind me in case I forget, because I'm terrible at forgetting. And thank you everyone for coming along and checking out the stream. Thanks to all the people who resubscribed, subscribed, donated and cheered. As always, your support is appreciated, and we will go and do a raid as we do. X, there is quite a big fire, says Sass. There is always a big fire. That is what there always is. Right. I'm going to send you over to Arcus, who is finishing Rockdale. We raided this guy the other day. He's got an amazing city. But that's it from me. Thank you for watching. And I will see you later. Bye-bye.